So I'm in Thailand, of all places, with Trails and Roots, and this is day one of running. Like, what is my life? Let me give you some context. Back in October of 2024, I won an Instagram competition to go on a trail running holiday with Trails and Roots in Thailand. Yes, that sentence is real, and yes, I was head over heels excited. Fast forward a couple of months to January 2025, and here I am across the world. This is a running camp, but not a boot camp. It straddles the fine line between lots of running, but also lots of relaxation and recovery. We're based in the city of Chiang Mai, and every day we drive out to a new, incredible trail in the surrounding mountains. Arrived in Chiang Mai yesterday morning, I guess. Checked in with the Trails and Roots guys yesterday afternoon. I've met the other runners, they're super nice. Just coincidentally, it happens to be an all-women group this time, but that's not the usual. And now we have like a week of running in Thailand. Trails and Roots was created by Heather, an Irish adventurer who, after travelling the world for her own endurance races, decided to establish Trails and Roots to combine her passions of adventure, being immersed in new cultures, and connecting with people from diverse backgrounds. If anyone watching this has ever done a trail ultra or hiked for hours and hours with a group of strangers, you'll probably have experienced that camaraderie and deep connection that comes from sharing space outdoors. Something beautiful that Heather shares at the start of the camp is that each person here can choose who they want to be for the week. You can leave behind every role from your normal life: parent, teacher, manager, partner, and be whatever version of you feels right. No one around this table knows you as anything else. We're all here because we love moving outdoors through wild and beautiful places. It ends up being a week of forming deep bonds through our shared experiences. And unfortunately, there's nothing I can really say or show you in this video that will truly capture the magic of this kind of adventure. But I will do my best. Good morning. It is 5:24 a.m. in Thailand. Day one is the most full-on of the camp. We run 17 kilometers along a route Heather has aptly named Tribal Trails, Waterfalls and Temples. Oh my god! We ran along narrow single track and climbed steep ascents that required 3 points of contact. We eat bananas from the trees we pass and drink coffee at the top of the world. After our run, we learned how to fold lotus flowers for when you want to bring them as an offering at the temple. And then we did just that, visiting 2 temples that evening. The first, Wat Phalat, was tucked into the mountainside, surrounded by trees and bamboo. The gentle rustling of leaves set the hushed tone for the place. Here we sat down with a monk and learned what we could about Buddhism and a monk's life in the hour-long window we had with him. I've never met someone so peaceful. At the end, he gave each of us a blesslet, wishing us all health, happiness and success in whatever we were looking for. Our second temple was Doisutep, or the Golden Temple. I watched a monk live streaming their prayers and hawkers offering to take your photo in front of the gilded spires. There were true worshippers here, but also a lot of everything else. Standing on the edges, it was a cacophony of excitement, joy and reverence. We then went to one of their raised balconies to watch the sunset over Chiang Mai. Day 2 saw us take on the Buffalo Run, Thirsty Ridge to Cool Canyons. Another 17-kilometer trail epic through gritty climbs and our most technical trails for the week. This is where I won the Top Tumbler award for the trip. Thankfully, a very minor slip. Finishing at the gorgeous river canyons, we picnicked and swam in the baking sunshine. That evening, we had a yoga session that had my calves screaming and the instructor laughing at just how stiff all our legs were. Day 3 was a looped 17k run through the mountain fruit farms. Named Fruits of the White Pagoda, this route had us passing through some of the most stunning scenery, as well as a tiny bit of bushwhacking, or bamboo bending. Each day, at the end of our run, our driver was waiting with an icebox filled with Coke cans and fresh coconuts. It's so strange how something so foreign 3 days before suddenly felt like part of the natural routine. We then had a well-earned rest day, where we all went on a Thai cooking course. Exploring the farm where the cooking school grows everything in-house, we all then cooked our own 5-course meal. Our instructor was fantastic and the food we made was incredible. Day 5 was the Doi Suthep Lake Loop. 16 kilometers of more gorgeous trails, we ran past some interesting straw statues at the start and finish. When we finished our run that day, we stayed by the lake and ate our lunch in these lakeside huts. Sitting there, munching on sushi as the water lapped below, my mind suddenly registered how insane this whole picture was. A literal pinch me moment. Our final day was 10 kilometers called Monk's Sacred Steps to Coffee. Starting in the university, we ran up the Monk's Trail, which took us the whole way back to the very first temple we visited. We then descended down to a runner's cafe just outside the city, before it was time to pack our bags and head back to reality. Putting this video together months later, it all feels like an incredible dream. Thailand is so far from my everyday that sometimes it's hard to remember that this was really real and not that long ago.
It was just more of a sawadee-ka.
Yeah, right.
An all-women trip, except for 2 very important men. Zandy, our chef for the week, and Lek, our local guide. Part of the Trails and Roots experience is that they hire local guides to show us the truly off-the-beaten-track trails. For this trip, our local guide was Lek, a true mountain goat, easily moving through the group as needed. He was a quiet man, happy to let us get excited over things that are just everyday life to him. He answered all my curious questions, explaining about nomadic tribes, the innumerable layers of culture throughout these mountains, and the people living there. He laughed as he reassured the locals that yes, we tourists were truly excited to run up the dirt tracks for hours on end. Zandy would concoct incredible works of art for us during our hours on the trail. I don't think I've ever eaten so well in my life. Every night was 3 courses, every breakfast a delicate balance of just how much banana bread can you eat without overdoing it. Thank you to everyone who made this such an incredible, special experience. I won't be forgetting it for a long time, and I hope that we all share a trail together again someday.